Okay, chapter 1 or chapter 7, section 1. We are going to get into ratios, proportions, extremes, means, an extended ratio, cross products, properties, okay? A ratio, 2 to 9. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're pretty much 5. We're 5 to 5 here in a ratio of guys to girls. All right. Those wearing black, 1, 2, 3. It's pretty gray. 4, 5. Pretty much 5 to 5 again. Those wearing plaid, we're pretty much 1 to 9. Okay. I singled you out. All right. That's a ratio, guys. That's a ratio. 2 to 9. All right. Is a ratio. There's different ways. There's different ways to write a ratio. A ratio can be written 2 to 9 or 2:9. It can also be written as a fraction, 2/9. All right? So those are ratios. Proportions we've done before. In fact, we'll be doing proportions in this chapter, in this section, I mean. What's proportion? It's cross. If you want a proportion like this, and you had to figure out, let's say it was this. Let's say it was x over 21 equals 2 over 14, and you didn't know all this. All right. What would x be? How would you figure it out? And divide. Cross multiply and divide. All right. You know this stuff. I'm actually going to be teaching it in algebra. This is the next chapter in algebra. So this is nothing more than algebra right here. You know it. Because these are different ways to look at it. It's called proportions. Extremes. Means and extremes. Your extremes are always these portions of the proportion. It's the upper left, lower right. Those are your extremes. Your means are going to be just the opposite. Your means, the 3 over 21 equals 2 over 14, is going to be your lower left and upper right. So there's means and extremes. We're going to be working with this a lot more, the means and extremes. There's actually a whole section working on it. What's that? Modes. An extended ratio. An isosceles triangle has an angle measure are 45, 45, 90. We've talked about 45, 45, 90 triangles, haven't we? 45, 45, and 90. All right? This is something that you need for the ACT. A 45, 45 triangle is always 1, 1, square root of 2. It's always those lengths. So if you use a length of 1, a length of 1, this is a length of square root of 2. It is always that. All right? So when they say they want to extend the ratio, I can call this x, and I can put an x in front of it. So if I look at this and I say, well, I know that this is 7 square root of 2, then I know this length is 7 and this length is 7. That's extending out the triangles. We are going to be working with these types of triangles. There's another one, and it's a 1, 2, square root of 3. You will learn about that one. Obviously, we can put x on these. All right? There's another one. 3, 4, 5. There is no square root on this. It's 3x, 4x, and 5x. So any multiples of those. All right, these are big triangles. These will be used extensively on the ACT test. I shouldn't say extensively. If you're working with a triangle on the ACT test, I will guarantee you it's going to be one of these triangles. Or some multiple of it. All right? I guarantee you will have that. I want to say on last year's there was like 12 to 15 questions that dealt with this. No. So you better learn it. Cross product property. We know about the cross multiply and divide. Okay? This is the stuff that we're going to start working on Monday. All right? We're just getting into this. We're just starting to learn a little bit about it. But this is what we're going to be working on come Monday. And we're going to be using this extensively in this chapter. I think this chapter is only, I want to say 5 sections long. Which means we will have a test, not next week, the week following. All right? So we're gonna start flying through this a little bit faster. All right?